So we are live. Hi guys. Today we have a beast of a hook. I'm scaling up a bit. I have a long shank 7.0 hook today that I'm gonna try to tie this one on. Not sure if it's possible, but hopefully, I hope so. So today's pattern gonna be Black Prince from Traherne. So let me just change the camera angle. There we are. Move a bit closer to myself. A bit downwards. Sorry for all the shakiness. There we go. Now we have a good focus. And I'm starting this one quite early, so I don't think many are able to join. But it's washable later. So first of all, I attach oval silver tinsel. And the reason behind me starting early is, of course, it's Sunday. I want to have a few hours just doing nothing before, the weekend is over. Simple as that. So I just tie the tinsel in, as you can see. And we're going to add a few wraps of the tinsel. I think maybe 5 or something, since it's a rather big hook. So let's see how this is going. Yeah, 5 turns with the tinsel. And then I just tie it in. And then I'm going to add some pressure on it to compress it. But I start with tying it in first. Somewhere there. So I'm just going to cut the leftovers. Oh, and I took the thread. Sorry. Normally I don't do that. So attach the thread again. That's nice. Give you some ordinary day edge. There we go. So now that's gonna look ugly, but doesn't matter. We're gonna cover this one with the silk anyhow. And I put some pressure on the tinsel so it's really, really close. Hi, David. How are you, mate? Yeah, I had my breakfast was really good, not healthy though, but I wanted to prepare myself to have as much as energy as possible tying this one, so we can do as much as possible today. Thinking out loud, maybe the whole body. It's quite a lot of work, but who knows? So I had a pizza for breakfast. Come on, not healthy, but what don't we do? So from here, I'm gonna have yellow silk. So I'm just gonna tie that into the hook. And as I mentioned, I go with a super big hook today, 7.0 long shank. That would be equal to maybe 8.5. I'm thinking of framing this one as well. So I want to have a beast of a fly. If not, the outcome is terrible. You never know. So, tight wraps backwards. I go with the golden yellow silk to match the color of the toppings and tail. And I might change depending on how much the second layer change or cover the tinsel that actually went on the side here. Since I was lucky enough to cut off the thread. I think we are okay now. So just tying in the silk. Hope you guys had a nice day so far. That's sufficient. Then I just cut it off. I think we're okay there. We can go with that one. And this hook is super sharp. So I hope I will not puncture my fingers on it. So what I'm doing here is just to build up the foundation to even it up to the silk. Since you see it's a bit of a bump here. Always do that before I tie in the tail. Otherwise it will point upwards. That's not really what we want. It's going to be interesting and see how far we can come today. Depends on how the feathers will act, because I haven't steamed them. So in worst case, I have to do that, because I don't want to tie an ugly fly. But let's see how they turn out. And the bird providing those feathers are this pheasant. Let me see if I can show you. It's from the wing here. So underneath here, I took a few of those feathers. It's a fantastic, lovely peacock. You even have like interesting colors here. I'm gonna take a picture of it later and upload it to my community chat here on YouTube. You can have a look at it. I don't know the name of the pheasant, but yeah, it's some sort of pheasant. Maybe you guys know, then you can write it in the chat. So I'm just even up here, pretty close to be able to mount the tail. And there we are. Last few wraps. Now we can put on the tail. Yeah, that skin, David, is really, really lovely. It has so much feather on it. I want to try to do freestyle stuff. like freestyle Trahernes or whatever. Really, really lovely bird. So I prepared a topping or a tail, to be fair. So let's tie that one in. Just gonna have a look. That's the angle I want. And then I just make sure it's straight on. Now it's centered exactly. So I just continue to tie in the rest of a bit of the stem. And then just cut it off. So I started this live session to actually cut off the thread, so hopefully I will not do it again. Then we need to have ostrich herl. Let me have a look. I did color some the other day. I think I made a video of it, and this is the outcome. Not bad at all, if I may say it myself. Sorry. So there we go. So just going back again, just where the silk starts or ends, depending on how you look. Just add a bit of wax to the thread. And then let's tie in the ostrich herl. The reason why I chose this super large hook for the first one, if it turns out good, I want to frame it for myself. And if not, if not is the wrong word. The other reason is that I have so much long toppings. So I want to use them. Else I need to wash a few more heads to be able to do this one. So just going very close with the thread and tie the ostrich herl in. Hi, Dave. Oh, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I'm grateful. All of you is taking time to watch me tying something strange here. So I just push the ostrich herl backwards a bit, compress it, and then I just cut the herl off. Hopefully not the thread. There we go. And then I just push forward. So we're going to have, let me see, 1, 2, 3 section. So somewhere here, I'm just going to mark up with the thread. That's why I do use a white thread. Just so I roughly understand where everything goes. So there we are. 1, 2, 3. Just marking that one a bit more. And then I'm gonna start it up in the front here. Because what we need to do now is to level up the body. So I'm gonna use this white thread I got from David Kerr, who's watching right now. Thank you, mate. So I just tie that one in. And then just secure it, something like that, going back with the thread. And then we're gonna start to build up the body a bit. I wanna even it out with everything else in the back here. So that's the purpose. Because the body is just flat silver tinsel. So then it's quite important to have the same thickness or curve of the body, so to say. So almost there. Yeah, the Traherne patterns are fantastic, Dave. Just love them myself. I think I tied 5 or 6 of them. This would be number 7. I have a few more to go though. I'm aiming on having a full plate of Trahernes. So I might need to tie a few patterns double, so I can have a frame with all of the Traherne patterns in one. That would be really cool, I think. So, just taking some tinsel out here. That's some crappy stuff. Come on. Maybe I don't need it all. Let me see how much is usable on it. From there, okay, so 1 meter is bye-bye. Today I'm not using metallic tinsel, to be fair with you guys, because I really love the shine of this one. And I didn't have a nice silver metallic tinsel at home. I think that's something I'm gonna buy when I'm in the ASFI Calgary next year, because there will be a lot of different lagatons there, most likely. And it's easier to shop with your eyes rather than on the internet. Wow, that's cool, Dave. That's a really nice pattern. I haven't tried it myself yet. I'm really happy I can provide some inspiration. Just hearing that makes my day a fantastic day, to be honest. So even if this one doesn't turn out as I want, I'm still going to have a fantastic Sunday. Thanks for that. So, trying to wrap this one. There we go. I'm just going to tie it in a bit. I think the next one I'm going to do is the Evening Star. I think that's the one. I need to have a look at my chat. I did some promises. So then we have the next section and the next section. So it's good with the white thread, because then you don't need to have any marker or something. You just know where you should aim. So hopefully the feathers are nice. As I mentioned earlier, I haven't steamed them, so it's straight from the skin. So in worst cases, if they don't even up nicely, I have to steam them before continuing, but then I can take like a half-hour break and then we can just continue after. But that's in worst cases. So that is short. I want to go already with the long feathers due to the hook size. Maybe I should tie it on a 5/0 long shank instead. Yeah, that looks better. Let me see how that turns out on this side. Maybe a bit long. Yeah, in hand would be something, yeah? I do tie in hand, but not that often, to be honest. So let me see. I just keep an eye on the chat. So I still measuring feathers. I'm just gonna see where we are. And to be fair, I wonder if we should scale down. Let me see. Now I think we can do this on a large size hook because I have a larger version of this feather. So it's all about the look. I think we need to go already with that size. So I did remove that one. So yeah, I think that will work. Let's give it a try. Nobody remembers a coward. Okay. So let me see. There we go. Very, very nice feather. Oh, but you know what? Since you have proper man hands, then you can actually tie mixed wing flies in hand, because then it doesn't really matter. It's a bit harder when you need to tie like married wings or detailed stuff. But a married wing or a mixed wing, maybe a pattern with a seal fur body or something, um, that would work. So don't give up. Maybe you should have a look at the cork collection. There's a lot of pattern there that might suit you to tie in hand. And if you don't have that one, I have the whole cork collection in PDF. So just reach out to me and I send it over. Yeah, that's one side. Let's see how this turns out. Yeah. So I just need to find an equal size feather on the other side. Oof. So let me see if I pair these two up. Uh, which feathers are Indian crow or which pattern? It depends because most of the time I use Indian crow substitute. And a guy who's really, really good at making those are actually David Kerr here in he's watching as we speak. Well, you are. I think you mean these feathers. Sorry, I'm not fully awake. At least not my brain. No, this is from this pheasant. I don't know which pheasant it is to be fair with you guys, but you see here, that's the one I'm using. So Indian crow stuff, it's not within my budget to spend like 3 months salary or leftover of the salary to buy Indian crow. The prices on stuff now is just insane. So I prefer to keep it simple. If you're tying as much as I do, which I think all of you guys are, then it's impossible to tie with the real stuff because then you need to rob the banks during the weekends and to be able to being able to tie on the weekends. Oh yeah, is that the pheasant? Okay, cool. That is a really nice looking bird. So let me see if I at least can add a pair here. Or if they are too round or whatever. So they're really strong as well. Yeah, it's just crazy, the cost of it, yeah. I would be divorced and shut down with a shotgun. And I would have to sell my lovely car, which I never ever intend to sell. So let me see how that. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to look at the length, etc. I wonder if we should try to tie it underneath first. Just for a practice run. Now it's turning. Of course it is. So let me have a look. Now it's better. But I want it to be centered. I'm just tying everything in. Gives me more ability to work with the feather. Just gonna have a look in the chat. I just need to sort out this feather first. Sorry for that. Just a simple guy. What do you guys think? Maybe I should add the one on top and then we can evaluate it. Oh yeah, that's a proper car, the Land Rover. Morning, John. My car is a Mercedes ML 350 AMG line. It's a beast. Huge, a lot of power, diesel. So it's a good car in that case. But yeah. the electrics in that one. If you have a bad week, that can ruin your life. But so far everything is working just perfect. So let's try to add a pair of feather on the top as well and see how it turns out, if it looks well or good enough, I would say. So maybe that size. Let me just have a look. Yeah, that could work. So I just need to find another one. So I'm just gonna cut off all the soft parts here. And then I just recurve the feather a bit. So now we have one. I just need to find one for the other side. I think I found it. Let me see how they pair up. Yeah, looks okay. Not bad, eh? So let's try to work with that then. So I'm just gonna cut off all the soft ones on this one as well. David, have you received the package yet? I think not. Should come this week to you. So, number 2. So I just shorten the stem a bit. And we can start to look. Quite thick stems on this one, huh? So I think if you just tie it in and then convince it to stay where we want it. So I'm gonna tie the whole stem in. There we go. Not yet, buddy. When I do, then I need to tie something on it. There we go. Just working with the fibers a bit here. Maybe I should put it the opposite way. Yeah, let me try that. Nothing wrong in trial and error. Let me see how I can make it better. Sorry for being silent. I just do some concentration. So, there we are. Just need to make sure they are aligned as good as possible. Yeah, I wasn't really pleased, so that's why I had to try to change it. So now it's tied in. Of course, it's turning. So the first part here is really the easy one. The next one is more interesting because then we're going to see if the hook too long or not. Yeah, I'm not convinced myself yet. I think maybe 5-0 hook would be better. But let's give it a try. Because I would like this one to be a bit lower. But yeah, let's continue. Otherwise, we have no results. And that's why we're here. So a bit of wax on the thread. Then going up here. So time for ostrich herl. Gonna go with a new one. There we go. Yes, removing the wax. So let's tie the ostrich herl in. There we go. And same here. A few turns. Very tight. Then I go back with the thread so I can secure the ostrich herl there. And there we go. Then I'm just gonna add a little bit of body material here because I want to even up that. Oops, didn't tie it in properly. So now we're gonna see if it's gonna work or not, because now we need to start to using long feathers. And if it's not working, then we very, very quickly just add a 5-0 to the vise and continue on that one. But from the beginning, of course. So I'm just going to even up here until I'm at the same level. Something like that. And then just tie that part in. So, some tinsel again then. If we can find the end. There we are. Should be sufficient. So I just tie that one in, securing it. It's going to be 3 sections. So 3 feathers above, 3 pair of feathers above and 3 pairs of feather below. So that's the interesting part now, to see if that really works on this hook size. Tie it in there. Because now we need to look at larger and larger feathers. But I think we should be okay. There we have some big ones. And I take from the other side as well. So now we will see. Thanks a lot, David. I sure hope so. Otherwise, we just continue. Yeah, but this is working. No problem at all. So far. Now, as I mentioned, I took a quite large hook. But just imagine how cool it will look in a frame. So I'm just going to curve it the way I want it. So I'm just going to see. That looked quite nice. Yeah, that's working. So let's do the same as the last one. We do underneath first. So I'm just gonna find one. There we are. One for the other side. Ow. Why? I just accidentally cut the stem off. That's going to be very hard to work with, so I need to find a new feather. So let's remove those. Sorry for that, guys. It's a bit fun because I changed the scissor, and this one is a bit shorter than the one I used to work with. So each time when I'm cutting, I have the wrong aim built into my body, so everything I cut just goes the wrong way. That will work. So I'm gonna be a bit more careful now. Just remove everything. I want to have a clean desk always. I want the feather to gently cover the other feathers, so to say. So I just tied the first one in to try. Then we just need to teach it how to behave. Something like that. And then I just gonna add the other one. And then we need to do the same. I wonder if I can get them back if I just work on it a bit. There we go. And then one side. And then the other side. Something like that. So let's try the other one on top then. That works. So I'm just gonna measure the same. I want it to cover a bit. Maybe cover even more from this side. Let me see. Just gonna bend it as I want it. Maybe slightly bigger. Let's see what we got. That one. Yeah, that one will do. It's gonna cover nicely. Like that. Sorry for that. So let's prepare these feathers then. So one feather finished. Just removing that fluffy stuff. Yeah, will work. And I need one on the other side as well. And the reason behind me cutting the fibers I want to remove instead of ripping it off, it leaves small barbs on the stem, which helps me when I tie it in. The feather doesn't roll that much on the hook. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. Makes life easier. So I think I'm going to tie it in that way. Yeah. So before we do anything, I'm just gonna cut off the stems. No, that can stay there. Oh, take that scissor. Let's see. Yeah, it's not tied in, so I cut it here. Okay. Perfect. And same here then. Gonna tie in one side at a time. Just testing it out. Waxing the thread. Oh, my wax is melting. I put on the heater, so it's warm and nice. So let's position us on the way we want to tie it in. Oof. Turns way too much. So I'm gonna change the tie-in angle. That we can work with. It's gonna be a beast. Let's try to tie in the other one. So same here. Need to manage them. And then separate the feathers. Thanks a lot, mate. Hopefully it's gonna look good when we are done. Not really happy with this one. Maybe I can force it a bit myself. Now it understands my language. So that side looks good. Yeah, that's the whole thing with feathers, because we're scared to death of them, because we think they are so gentle, but they are tough. I think overall looks okay to be a live session. So there we go. I'm gonna cut off the stems. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat in case I missed something. If I did, sorry. Thanks a lot, Dave. Now it's gonna be interesting. It's not really perfect section size-wise, but for being live, it's not just crap. It's okay. Because normally, I would say you spend maybe 6 hours, 8 hours to tie this pattern. So, ostrich herl again then. I like thick ostrich herl. So there we go. And now I can tie that one in. I have some I need to even the feathers later, but yeah, that's nothing to really think about now. So then they are better paired. Then thinking out loud, just gonna measure. Yeah, we don't need to change hook size. But this is gonna be a longer section of silver than the other ones, so I didn't really even that out nicely. But yeah, that's life. So just gonna even out the body a little bit here before I do anything else. It's not gonna be perfect bodywork in any sense, but unnecessary to make it look uglier than you have to. There we go. So looking at the new feather, I'm not sure when you can get one of these skins from. Let me look around for you, Dave. I might have a connection that might have one. At least he was my source, so I'm gonna see if he has another one. Yeah, the feather really adds stuff to this fly. I think when I take a photo and put it under the light, it's just gonna pop. Hi, Vortnik. Yes, it's a Swineho pheasant. I didn't know the name myself, so somebody found out for me. It's a lovely bird, and just to imagine, you see even here, those goes in like yeah, almost. It's hard to say. Let me remove one. I think I have one here. Not sure if it's gonna show, but yeah, have a look at that. Would be an amazing hackle. And then you have the sections here that I'm using now, but up. Let me see where I can show it. Down here, you have like a blue instead, so you can make a green, like green electric version that I'm doing now, but then you can do the same with the blue actually. Yeah, Vortnik, it's worth to get it. Yeah, I think there's a few breeders in Denmark as well. So then we can get them in Europe. But is it a common bird in US, or is it just something you farm? I'm just playing around to match the feather length. So maybe I need to go a bit larger. Let me see if I can do that. There we are, one on that side. And then I'm just gonna take out a few, so I don't need to look at all time. There we go. And a few more on this side. I'm gonna have a full bag of these lovely feathers. There we go. So now we have some good length on the feathers. I think that's gonna make it easier to apply. So if we're just gonna something like that. So it's the bird is from Taiwan, Asia. Yeah, I've never seen one for sale myself. I found this one on Fellow Fly Tires bag in a fair where I was tying classic salmon flies. So I bought it. It wasn't expensive at all in that time. Could be 6 to 7 years ago, something. Maybe I'm going too big. Let's just continue. Yeah, the birds are always nicer in the wild. But if it's a raised bird, like this one most likely are, then it doesn't really matter. Sounds terrible. My God, I'm a fly tire for sure. So there we go. Just preparing a pair here. I might go big and crazy with this one. Yeah. Still some tweaking to do with the feathers. So I might do some work on it. And we go one side, the other side popped off. Come on. Always when you play around with the feathers, you just make a mess for yourself. So I just want to pull out this one. And then, yeah, now we're there. Yeah, correct. There's not really a pattern that you can tie with them. A common pattern. I just bought it since I was thinking of Black Prince, which I think they really do well for. Yeah, a lot of pheasants are easy to breed, except the golden one and the gold one, I think, because they are like crazy birds. At least I've been told so. So yeah, let's continue with the silver body so far then, and then I can put the last pairs of feather. Then we have the foundation at least to continue later. Can't stop playing with the feathers. So, tinsel. There we go. Those feathers are from this pheasant. Not easy to obtain, if even possible today. I'm not sure. Maybe from a breeder or in US. So now I can go to my lovely black wax. So I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna take it in and then play with it one by one. Or I'm just gonna tie them both in at the same time. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's easier. Yeah. So that one did go very well, I must say. It's just a bit tweaking. Just need to lift it up a bit. And then make this one go down. There we go. Yeah, I was lucky. But then I'm thinking out loud. The it's not going to be easy to add toppings to that bastard. Yeah, let me just have a look. Because you need to start with like a huge curve. So you need to bend it a bit. Yeah, but it's doable. And then longer. So it's not impossible. We can manage that. So just gonna sort it out here. There we go. But when I tie this again, I'm gonna tie on a 5/0 so I can use smaller feathers. But now it's a nice experiment. And then we have the last step. It's all come together. Yeah, it's gonna look nice. Thanks a lot, Dave. Yeah, the first one wasn't easy, but I'm so used to tie now live or making a video, so I don't really reflect on it. It's like sitting in a room with your buddies and tie flies, and that's just it. The only thing is the time constraint, so to say, because doing a live, you can't really use up too much time going back and forward. You just need to continue. But that's also the thing I like. If you do a fly off camera, so to say, you can spend so much time on it. So it looks like a piece of art. But doing it live, then it's for real. Nowhere to hide. And that I enjoy a lot. So I'm just gonna see if I can find a suitable feather. on the other side. Let's try one of these. Does it have the right bend? Yep. Yeah, the funny thing in the live stream, it enable us to communicate, and you can ask question in real time. However, sometimes I'm very focused in doing some certain movement or something, but I always try to keep an eye on the chat. So there we are. The last pair. Just going to shorten the stem a bit. Then just have a look. It's just going to be a beast, guys. I go a bit overkill on the feathers, but yeah, it's gonna look cool. The pattern police is not going to like me, but yeah, that's a different story. So let me add some wax here. And I do the same, I tie them in both. At the same time. I think that's the easiest way of doing it. I need to do some adjustments up here. Sorry about me messing around. So let me just get it where it should be. It's way too long, but to be honest, I kind of like it. So I just need to take the double needle and sort out the shear fibers. There we are. Now, there you go, guys. Look at that monster. What? It's not perfect in any sense, but this is just going to be very, very interesting to see how it develops. And frankly, to be honest, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it, except everything is just way too big. But that doesn't really matter. It's a Texas version of Black Prince. What do you guys think? A few toppings on this baby. It's gonna be interesting to see. Let me see if I can provide it better. Just see how that reflects. I just love those feathers. And imagine doing it with these blue ones down here. That might be a freestyle pattern later coming up. The Swedish Prince. Yeah. Yellow or gold body with that blue. Yellow and blue. Will be good. So to be honest with you guys, I think that's what we're able to do today. Because starting with all the toppings and stuff, I think that's for the next video, next live. Let me have a look at my calendar. I'm not sure how many meetings I have tomorrow. So 11th. Yeah, we could do something tomorrow. I can schedule a live after work around like 6 o'clock Swedish time. So I'm gonna schedule that after this. When I finish this live video, I'm immediately gonna start scheduling the second part. So you guys who wanna look at that can add a reminder. Then you get it in your own local time. Let me change the angle. There you go. Look at this one, yeah. I'm pretty pleased for something that I did live. It's little big, but who cares? Let's work with that one. Just reading the chat. Yeah, fantastic. So thanks guys for watching. I really, really are grateful. I love to have a few guys hanging around. And thanks for having an active chat today. It was fantastic. So I wish you a great Sunday evening or day, depend where you are. And I'm going to schedule the new one right away with the toppings for tomorrow. Okay? See you tomorrow. Bye.